Hey everybody, happy Friday.
Happy Friday, folks. How y'all doing?
And welcome to TGIF San Diego, where we keep you updated on the market, share the latest San Diego buzz, and kick off the weekend together. You're really enjoying that Manhattan today.
It's a chilly, smooth Manhattan.
It's been a little warm today. So
Oh my gosh, I know.
it's the spot.
It sure does.
All right, well, if you're joining us, thank you. And please let us know in the comments where you're at in San Diego or anywhere else in the world and what you're up to this weekend.
And how you feel about quantitative easing.
That won't make sense unless you watched our market update video that we posted. We posted it today, but we made it yesterday.
Right.
Anyway, if you're interested in quantitative easing, you can check that out, or the real estate market in general. But today, we're only going to talk about the market for just 1 minute. Are you
It's going to
ready?
be tough.
Are you ready to do that?
I'm ready to talk about it for 1 minute, and I'm going to have to restrain myself from talking further.
All right, go.
Okay, so the San Diego County real estate month-to-month overview looks like this. New listings are up 6.5% from March to April. Pending sales down 6.5% for the same time period. Closed sales up 19%, although still not, it's 19% of not a huge number. Days on market's down a little, and median price is flat month over month. So the fact that new listings went up and pending sales went down means that inventory is climbing, and we're at about 6,000 units, where we have not been since, I really think it's been at least 7 years since we've seen that number.
We'll have to fact check that later.
Yeah, we will. I should have fact checked it first. But anyway, that in a nutshell is what's going on in the San Diego real estate market. Interest rates are persistently higher right now, and that's causing some pain, and we'll talk about it more later.
All right. Okay, so now we're going to move on, and we are going to talk about the pool party that, what's going on?
I'm going to try and turn that fan on.
Oh,
It's freaking
okay.
hot.
All right. Now we're going to talk about the pool party that happened at the Wild Animal Park yesterday.
Oh, pool party.
Yes, I always forget to turn this timer off. There we go. So it sounds like when one elephant goes into the pool, they all go in. Which, I guess it's a good thing that they have a nice big pool there for the elephants. But, well, hang on. Let me refresh this. Oh, no, there we go. It's a reel. No, it's not a reel. It's a YouTube short. Or, TikTok or whatever. Anyway, look at these elephants having a good time.
When an elephant goes in a pool, an angel gets its wings. That's what I heard.
Okay, well, that's probably true as well. All right. In other animal news... Are you okay?
Fine.
In other animal news, we're just going to look at the eagles real quick, because we've been looking at the eagles every week. Maybe some people are tired of eagles, not me. But
well, I don't know how you could
people
get tired of eagles. That's the official American.
wow, look at that! I mean, that
oh my
thing.
gosh,
It was
that thing's ready to fly.
Yeah, it was a chick, like a tiny little chick, just I don't know, 6-8 weeks ago.
That bird is going to fly.
Yeah,
Look at
that
it.
bird's looking
We
ready to
might see
fly.
it fly right now.
Doing a little hopping.
Yeah, it's catching the wind in its wings there.
There's one of the parents here. That
Did
seems
you
to be the
ever
favorite
know
stick
that
that
you're
the
my
parents sit on.
hero?
Anyway, these birds, they're getting closer to flying, so we'll keep an eye on them. But let's move on to the California State Parks Foundation, which has put out their new list of best of California state parks for 2025.
Nice.
And they made this little flip book here, and it's actually, I'm pretty impressed with their little flip book. So let's check out, there's a few San Diego spots on here. Let's see what we've got. We're not going to go through all of them because we're mostly looking for San Diego stuff. But best California state park for camping, honorable mention, Anza-Borrego Desert State Park.
We have camped there.
We have, yeah. We saw a really cool meteor shower there, even in spite of the dust storm.
It was pretty dusty.
Yeah.
Now that's interesting. The best hike is Mount Tamalpais State Park. When I was visiting my aunt and uncle up there 2 months ago, their backyard looks out to Mount Tamalpais.
Oh, well, they must be very fortunate then.
Oh, they're fortunate.
Okay, so we're going to move on here. Wildflowers, Anza-Borrego Desert again.
Good.
Okay, best California state park for picnicking. The winner, Torrey Pines State Beach. And if you've been around here a while, you know that's my favorite beach. And to me, like, it's important to know what is someone's favorite beach. You know, like that's a good getting to know you question because you can tell a lot about a person by their favorite beach. My favorite beach, Torrey Pines, apparently the best state park for picnicking.
Well, it's a nice place. We've never picnicked there.
I picnicked there with the kids, like little kids. You know, you're working, and I've got little kids.
Oh,
keeping
with
them
the
busy,
little kids.
picnic there.
Are we able to see the chat? Is that little thing blocking the chat?
No, if someone were in the chat, we could see.
Okay.
But we'd have to look over there.
Well, I'm keeping my gaze.
All right. Well,
over
if
there.
there were anyone in the chat, that's where they'd be.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sometimes you ask someone what their favorite beach is, and they don't know. And to me, that's like the worst answer. You know, I have varying opinions on different beaches. Torrey Pines is the best, but you got to have a favorite beach. And if you don't have one, go out and look at the beaches.
Go find one.
Go find your favorite beach. Come back and tell me what it is. And if you're watching later, tell me in the comments what's your favorite beach. If it's Torrey Pines, maybe we could go there together and have a picnic. All right, let's see. Okay. Best state beach overall. Crystal Cove State Park in Orange County. Never been there. Sounds nice. Honorable mention, Cardiff State Beach. Okay, I like Cardiff State Beach.
Beautiful.
Here we have an honorable mention for dog-friendly adventures, Palomar Mountain State Park. Okay. Anyway, good stuff going on there with the state parks.
Get your dogs and get out to Palomar Mountain.
That's right. Now, okay, so on Monday, the city had a big meeting. Public weighing in on possible budget cuts. More than 100 people spoke for 2 hours, and they were mostly angry about cuts to police, library, closing public bathrooms, taking away fire rings on the beach, all kinds of stuff people were upset about. And now, did you ever make it to that meeting? I know you tried to make it.
I was in the meeting virtually, but not the one on Monday. I was in another budget hearing. I forget what day of the week it was. I was there. I was in virtually, and I couldn't stay. I just wrote a letter.
What was the topic of your letter?
The topic of the letter was don't cut services in Carmel Mountain Ranch and Sabre Springs. Don't, leave our library alone, leave our police station alone.
Better leave our library alone.
Fix our streets. It was a letter saying, hey, I understand you all are out of money, but, these things were already promised, so figure it out.
Yes.
Figure it out. And oddly enough, today I was trying to drive through Carmel Mountain Ranch, and I couldn't because so many of our streets were being fixed.
Well, your letter is already working.
Exactly.
Okay, so also on the topic of streets, I'm just going to touch on this quickly. We're not going to get bogged down in this. But this is basically an article about how the roads are likely to get worse because of the budget deficit, and they're cutting transportation funding.
God damn.
So it could be getting worse.
Jesus.
Now, this is all leading up to, I decided it's time to watch Todd Gloria's music video again.
Oh,
and I know we've watched it before. So if you all don't know, Mayor Todd Gloria, when he first took office, released a music video.
I'm surprised this is you can still find this.
Oh, it's mostly been scrubbed off the internet, but there's a few, corners of the internet where it's still available. So, go ahead.
If this doesn't irritate you, I don't know what will.
Just as a disclaimer, I'm only showing this for information purposes and not to, support the mayor by showing what a cool guy he is, nor to make him look sus or cringe by reminding people about this music video where he's making some promises and proclamations. So I'm not going to say anything while this video is going on, and I'm going to try and keep my facial expressions neutral. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready, and I made no promises to that effect.
Okay, all right, here we go.
The buck stops here.
Yes, I did, but Barbara didn't know. As the saddest story goes, the status quo has got to go. Cause I knew it from the start. Kevin didn't have that spark. So I had to come again and bring a new day in. He lied to me. All those things he said that he would do. He lied.
Talking about yourself, Todd?
He tried
Ay, ay, ay. I mean, this was cringy at the time, and it's worse now knowing how the city is, you know, has fared under his leadership. I know a lot of people that know him and think he's a nice guy, and
I'm
I'm
gonna
sure.
fix the goddamn roads.
No, you're
Right.
not.
Good job, Todd Gloria.
Yeah, right.
You get on that.
Maybe go check out Kearney Mesa Road. I was driving down that today and had to dodge 50,000 potholes. What did he do with the franchise fee?
I don't remember. He says he fixed it.
We'll see. I don't know. This is kind of the kind of video you make after you've had a really successful run. Yeah, this is. Oh God!
All right. One more little
What about
breakdown
the
here.
big pile of dirt behind our house that's supposed to be a park, Todd? I'm told there's not enough money to build that now.
All right.
Well,
Well, there it was.
there it was.
Okay.
2 minutes and 38 seconds of pure
Well,
bliss.
Maybe people were like, oh, Todd Gloria, he looks cool and he has some good dance moves, and maybe they like him more after seeing that video. I don't know.
I am positive that he came in with the best of intentions. I have no idea what's happened since then, really, because things are obviously not going well if we're talking about cutting libraries, police, not fixing roads,
Shutting
cutting
down
transportation,
bathrooms.
shutting down bathrooms. We're definitely not cleaning bathrooms. You heard us talk about that last week. I mean, this is America's finest city. We have got to get it together. That's all I'm going to say about
I'm
that.
sure the Todd Squad is on it.
I sure hope
turning
so.
things around.
I sure hope so. We've got to. Oh, Lyle and Eric Menendez.
Oh, geez. Okay. Sorry. We need to move along here.
What? Lyle and Eric Menendez. Those two are. I watched. There was a Netflix documentary or something. Not a documentary, but anyway.
Well-
Everybody knows about Lyle and Eric Menendez.
We'll have to save something for next
Yeah,
time.
look at them now. There they are now.
All right.
There they were in 1994 or whatever.
Let's save that for next time.
Yes, next time.
Now, let's move on to the Convoy District, where a unique self-serve ramen shop has just opened.
Ooh.
So they've just done a soft open. They're doing their official opening, I think, later this month, maybe. Mercury Village Shopping Center. So basically, there's a wall of ramen, and you can choose them. They've got Chinese, Japanese, and Korean. Anyway, it's basically like a ramen packet that you'd find in an Asian grocery store. They've got a wall of them, and you pick one. And then they have like a machine where you can make the ramen, and you can choose from different toppings. Green onions, mozzarella, cheddar, corn, spinach, rice cake, other stuff. There's also some side dishes available.
Nice.
So I'm not sure about this, but the ramen bowls themselves, the ramen packets, $7.99 a flat fee for a ramen packet. And then the toppings cost more. Now, you can go to an Asian market in the same area and buy one of those packets for just a couple bucks and make it at your house. So I guess here you're paying for the experience of having the place to make it and sit and eat it. I'm not sure, how.
So it's just like packaged ramen.
Yeah. So I found it on Google Maps. Now it says temporarily closed, but apparently that's because they've only done a soft opening and they're not fully functional yet.
It's not a fully erect opening. Sorry.
So here's some photos.
Sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, you were sorry.
I was.
Here's some photos from Google Maps. So it looks like we've got, the wall of ramen here, some tables, some instructions, some side dishes, drinks. Looks like a pretty, efficient little space there.
Yeah.
Let's check out. Okay, these are the machines where you make the ramen. It basically
In other words,
looks
hot
like
water dispensers.
I guess so.
Right.
All
okay.
right. So let's see what the reviews say.
Well, what are the toppings? What kind
Oh,
what
I
kind
don't know.
Well, I saw they were.
Okay.
Just go to another picture. Is there another picture with the toppings?
I don't know.
I guess not.
You're asking me
Oh
questions.
wait,
I
what's
can't-
this? What's this?
It looks like some kind of pastries
Well,
or
click
something.
on that. Oh, those are just
This
pastries.
is just like side
Okay.
dishes.
Okay.
Okay, I think maybe these are the toppings.
Well, it looks like you got some.
I don't see a menu, but-
Different vegetables
Yeah.
and
There's some corn,
some cilantro, probably some peppers, carrots, green onion. I'm sure.
maybe some celery.
Yeah. All right.
All right, it doesn't. No, there's a menu here, but here, can I zoom in on it?
Boy, when I was in college, you could get a pack of ramen for like $1.
Okay,
One package, $8. Free one packet of green onions.
okay.
Thank you.
$1 for cheese, corn, onion,
Cheese?
spinach.
Okay. All right.
I've never had cheese on ramen
I
before.
have not either, and I mean that seems wrong. But
Fish cake for $2, spam for $1.95.
okay.
Anyway, now let's check out the reviews.
Okay.
There's only 9 reviews, but people seem to like it.
Well, what's not to like? Ramen is delicious.
Devin Chang went with his girlfriend. She enjoyed it. He doesn't say how he enjoyed it, but sounds like they're planning to get some eggs maybe
Eggs?
per Devin's
Okay,
request.
all right.
All right, people are liking it. Let's take another little look at where this is. So here's Mercury
Claremont
Street,
Mesa and
Claremont
Mercury.
Mesa.
Okay. I know right where that is.
Yeah.
Go right by there a couple times a day.
Yeah, it's
Oh, nice.
just right in this little business park here. Is this close to, what the heck is the name of that? Oh, Kura Sushi? Is that
It's
nearby here? or-
not too far. No, it's not far. Yeah. Kura Sushi's on Convoy, I believe.
Oh, all right. Well, anyway, check it out, Ramen Station. If you're in the neighborhood, let us know how. Oh yeah, here's Kura right here.
Yeah,
So
yeah. There's a lot of great food in this
Yeah.
area. That place that we went, I want to go back there again.
That was over by Kura Sushi too. What the heck was it called?
Shanghai
Saloon. Yeah, they had that dragon's eye drink that I like.
So
All
good.
right. Well, speaking of stuff opening up, there is a new Five Below store open. Actually, it just opened today, I think. Five Below in
Well,
Poway.
it must have opened sooner than today because I was inside of it and messaged you about it.
Well, I guess it was grand opening today.
Yeah, it was a soft opening.
Yeah, you were there for the soft.
I was there for the
you were there
soft
for the
opening.
soft opening.
They're giving away hot dogs for the hard opening. Really, they are.
Well, I saw that, and the limit is 2 hot dogs per person, which seems pretty generous. I don't eat maybe they have a veggie hot dog. But
No chat, eh?
no, nobody's in the
All
chat.
right, that's all right.
That's all right. They'll show up later. Okay, so we've got items priced between $1 and $5, a few things more. Now, I've never been to one of these stores. I have friends who have been there. I think there's some other ones already in San Diego, but
You have a really good friend who's been there.
oh, you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in there just the other day sending you pictures.
I
and
guess
stuff.
I don't really consider you a friend because you're family, but I guess can you be both a friend and family?
I'm family.
All right. I don't know. I guess we can argue about this later, but
I mean, yes, we're family,
I have
but
family members and friends and people who are both friends and family who have been to this store.
well, I'm your husband.
So
Theoretically, we're friends.
I guess so.
Come on.
I'm not sure how official any of these rankings are.
I have no friends. Oh, God.
Oh, you've got some friends.
Sort of.
All right. So I went to the website and it looks like you can even order stuff like site to store for pickup.
Yeah.
Okay. We
This
could
was
go right now.
This was a nice. I mean, when I went inside of it, it's a nice store. It's nice. It's new. It's clean. It's well laid out. They were very friendly when I walked in. Definitely a kind of a step up from the old, dollar store.
Well, I still like the dollar store.
Well, I like it too, but this is new and shiny, and it's right next to the Poway Trader Joe's, which I also like.
I haven't been in there yet, but
Well,
I hear good things.
because when I come back from the gym, I come across the 67 down Poway Road, and I go right by Midland and Community. So if I turn, I had to stop at Walmart. So I was picked up the stuff at Walmart that I needed, and then I was like, well, I got to go to Trader Joe's, which would mean I had to go off my line of travel. And I was like, wait a minute, where's the new Poway Trader Joe's? It was right there, and that's when I found this place.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yes, that's a fascinating story, I know. And thank you all.
Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you all for listening. Boy, It's warm in here. I've turned on the fan and I just turned on the AC too, just to see if we could pump some cold air in
All
here.
right. Well, we have the windows open and the AC going.
So what?
All right. Well, we've
We
got
have
the big
solar.
solar panels.
Yeah.
So. I'd rather waste the energy than give it back to SDG&E and have them pay us, fractions of
Pennies on the
for it.
dollar. Yeah. Oh no. Use that power.
All right. Let's check out the party shop. We could order this and go pick it up tonight. Oh, a funky mirror disco ball for only
Nice.
$5. Well, I
Wow.
definitely need that. We already have a disco ball hanging already right up there. But
And it's attached to a motor that makes
no.
it spin.
I don't know where the disco ball went.
We had a party for the 1999 to 2000 transition.
Yes, we had a millennium party.
And we ordered a disco ball, or we bought a disco ball, and it came with a motor. And when we hooked it up, for some reason, the gear ratio in the motor was making that disco
It
ball.
spun way too fast.
It was spinning so fast that it was making us sick. And we're having a millennium party in just like 3 days. So we lived up in Northern California at this point. So we
And this was obviously, 25-ish years ago. So.
close. Well,
The
yeah,
millennium party.
25. You're right. Yeah, 25.
It
26.
feels like longer, I know.
All right, it was 26 years ago. So we're scouring Eureka, California for a disco ball motor. And we wound up at this, I don't know, what was that? That was like a supply house of some kind.
Some weird supply store
And
online.
there was like this greasy guy behind the counter. And I'm like, look, I need a disco ball motor. And he's like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I'm like, well, here's what I got. It spins too fast. And then he got on the phone and I remember distinctly he's having a conversation with somebody and he said something to the guy on the other end of the phone. He's like, look, if we don't get this here by New Year's Eve, this guy's disco ball is going to spin too fast and make everyone sick.
We can't have
And
that.
he laid down the law, and then bang, we got the disco ball motor, and now it's hanging up there.
The rest is history.
And whenever we have people over with music and stuff, we turn on the disco ball and we get it going on.
That was quite a party. Oh,
Well,
look,
and
we could use the. Oh, go ahead.
And we still use it today.
Yeah. We could use this right now. 2-in-1 power bank and portable fan for only $5.
Hold that.
Portable misting fan, $4. Clip-on fan. Oh my gosh.
man.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, we definitely need to get down here very soon.
Well, I'm bringing I want to say kids. I'm bringing our roommates here tomorrow to hopefully find some additional Mother's Day stuff for you.
Well, I'll look forward to seeing what bounty you might find at
Well,
Five
I've got the Mother's Day presents you know about. I've got one you have no idea about, which is going to blow your mind. And then we're going to have to find something else.
Is it an ant farm?
No.
Okay.
No, it is not an ant farm.
All right. Well, so let's go to. Okay. So San Diegoville is raising the alarm about a secret database.
I saw this.
Yeah.
The secret database. Okay.
So apparently you can go to a bar and they will scan your ID and it puts your information in a database. Now, I'm not sure whether this is called a patron scan or Patron scan.
I think patron scan.
I'm going to say Patron scan.
Patron
just for-
scan.
like the tequila.
You take a shot of tequila every
Patron
time they scan your ID.
It might be patron scan, but Okay, so you go, a lot of bars are using this. You go there and Patron scan, they scan your ID. And if you misbehave, they can put it in there and other bars will know that you've misbehaved. They can coordinate with the police. Anyway, it sounds like you read this article. So what do you have to say about Patron scan?
Well, I read
San Diegoville doesn't seem to like it.
No, I read the article and I read San Diegoville's spin on the article. And the spin is that this is an invasion of privacy and so on and so forth. Now, the way I see it, if you're out in public, you have no expectation of privacy. None at all. There's cameras everywhere with facial recognition and you name it. And if you hand your ID to a bar and they scan it, they're acting like this is the only system and this is so terrible and this is only in San Diego. I mean, Patron Scan has got to be a big company we should probably invest in.
Yeah, it's a Canadian company. We like Canada. We're here for the Canadians.
All right, so
Serval Data Systems or Serval Data Systems.
the way I see it, one,
Scan by Serval Data Systems.
One, you have no expectation of privacy. You're in public. Two, you're walking into a private business who has the right. I mean, to me, okay, I'm going to simplify this. To me, this is just the 21st century version of we refuse the right to provide service to anyone. And these businesses all have an obligation to keep their patrons safe.
And the patrons as well. But,
Yeah,
you know,
and
you
the
must
patrons
keep
as
your
well.
tequila and your
I mean,
customers safe.
So if I mean, for instance, you know, somebody walks in there and gets clocked by somebody and breaks their nose, they're going to sue the business. You let this person in and you knew they were dangerous. So the business is protecting itself in a way by protecting you. And so if there's some asshole that keeps going into bars and causing trouble and they flag them, I mean, that's, again, you better behave. You're out in public. Don't expect privacy. If you scan your ID, you better behave when you're out. I mean, to me, this is no big deal, really.
Well,
I mean,
sometimes we all get into mischief. I know I do.
Yeah.
What if I use my passport? Because I can prove that I'm 21.
I don't know.
All right, well.
I don't know, but I mean, like, so a lot of places scan your ID, like the dispensaries, for instance. Not that I've been in.
I've never been to one.
Well, not
that I recall anyway.
I've been in. I may have been inside one once. I don't know, but they scan your ID and then you buy some stuff, and I assume that it keeps track of everything you buy, and it might be something like this. I don't know. When your ID gets scanned, you're giving up your privacy.
All right. Well, maybe we should get San Diegoville online, and we'll have a debate between you and San Diegoville about Patron scan.
Well, San Diegoville, I think they do a lot of stuff to just sort of get the conversation popping.
Well, I think we're
and I'm not dumb enough to put a comment on Facebook. I'm going to do all my whining here. You know. Anyway, I don't know. What do you think? Put it if you think I'm wrong.
What do you think about
Patron? What do you think about
What do you think about Patron scan?
I mean, I don't know. That's
okay.
I mean, but at the same time, I don't like the Big Brother society. I mean, I don't like it, but it's here.
You know, like I said, sometimes I get into mischief, and you know,
Right.
I might need a second chance.
But in general, we don't go to nightclubs, so this doesn't really impact us too much. And most of the time when we're in public, I mean, we've never been kicked out of anywhere.
That's not true. But we've been kicked out of places, but not because of anything we did, because of people we were with.
Oh.
But I'm not going to go into that. We've never been kicked out because of.
We didn't get kicked out. I don't know. Whatever.
Well, one time Janet Yeager kicked me out of the library here.
Oh.
Again, not my fault. I was.
Well, that was just our kids were making a lot.
Our
of noise.
kids were making too much noise.
You're not.
But she was nice about it. She helped me check out the books. I was ready to leave anyway,
Yeah.
so I was actually glad that she showed up and helped me check out my books and get out of the library in an expeditious manner because the kids were acting up and.
Well,
you know.
she's a librarian. She's keeping the library, library-ish, and I just actually interacted with her 2 days ago.
Janet Yeager has been the head librarian at the Carmel Mountain Library for, I don't know,
Ever since
20
we've been
plus
here.
years. Yeah,
Ever since we've been here.
She's pretty cool. We like her.
Yes, and she helped me get a brand new library card because my library card was ancient, and when they scanned it, it had no. It was.
Oh, this is a good story. Tell the story about going to get your library card.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I haven't checked out a library book myself in many, many years. I've had David check me.
You've recently joined a book club.
Yeah. I have a book club that I've been attending with some guys I went to high school with, and they're doing the book club in Hanford, and I'm joining virtually. So anyway, I wanted to check out the book that we're reading next, and I had my old worn out library card, and I saw that it was 20 minutes to 6, and we live like 5 minutes from the library, so I drove over there, and I handed my library card to the man behind the counter and said, because I was trying to log in to the site, and it was telling
Your library card was
yeah, it was
too
telling me
old.
your library card it's screwed. You need a new library card. So I told him this isn't working anymore. And the first thing he said to me, and it was like 7 minutes to 6. He's like, "Well, we're closing soon, and this is going to take too long. You're going to have to come back tomorrow." And I said, "Come on, really?" And he said, "Well, I think I can get it done, but it's going to cost you $1." And that's when Janet Yeager came out, and she took my old library card and she said, "This one's so beat up, I think we're going to give this guy a freebie." And the her employee kind of looked at her crazy, and she said, "It's okay. He's with us.
Well, she knows you pretty well
yeah,
you're
because I'm the Carmel Mountain guy, and
community planning group
right,
chairman.
And
for
Janet
many years.
Janet and I have been. I mean, I've used the library's resource room a lot, and she posts the agenda. So anyway, she told her person, you take care of this guy, you don't charge him $1, and you give him whatever library, because they have like different patterns.
You have a really nice library card too. I'm jealous. I just have like the regular library card.
I have one here, in fact. I have it here. And not only that, it came with a keychain, a key fob, so I have it on my key fob as well. This is my new library card. So even though Todd Gloria is screwing over the libraries, I still have a San Diego Padres emblem library card.
I go to the library every year and jump through their hoops to renew the card. I'm always checking things out and in, and my library card isn't as nice as that. And
well, you should go in there and tell them that you lost your library card and you want a new one, and they'll give you.
I need you to come in with me when Janet Yeager's there,
Okay.
because she doesn't know me. So I'm just
She
the lady
knows
that
you.
she threw out, 15 years ago.
So anyway, all of this work I'm doing for Carmel Mountain Ranch, I've never been paid, but it does come with.
Culminated in a free library card.
Yeah, I saved $1 on a library card. Wow, am I still
All
talking?
right. Well,
Okay.
let's move on to Kentucky, where a woman says her young son was playing with her phone and secretly placed an Amazon order for 70,000 Dum Dum lollipops, a total purchase of about $4,200.
Wow.
Yeah. So, what's going on here? Let me reload this. Kids playing on the phone. I mean, she gave him the phone, I guess. I don't know. He was a second grader too. So you'd think a second grader would know better than that. I don't know if he did it on purpose or what, but what am I going to do?
Am I crazy, or is that a lot of lollipops?
That's a lot of lollipops.
Okay.
Here, let's listen to this story. All right.
And mom found on
And
her
these
front
folks
porch
are-
the order was placed by her son. Now think
let
about
me
this: if
turn
it
up our
takes
volume.
5 minutes to eat a Dum Dum, how long it would
So
take
here's
to
the
eat
shipment on the
70,000
doorstep.
of them? The answer after photojournalist Darnell Crenshaw introduces
All right,
us to the mom.
let's move us along a little bit
This
here.
was just a fluke thing that happened.
Lefevre says her 8-year-old son Liam got her phone and made the purchase of 30 cases of suckers.
And there's a picture of Liam.
has developmental
Oh, Liam.
delays and was born
could
with
you do it?
fetal alcohol spectrum disorder. She says
The alcohol
condition
did she just-
Alcohol spectrum, what?
disorder. She says the condition affects his decision making.
He told me that he wanted to have a carnival, and he was ordering the Dum Dums
Oh,
as prizes for his
okay,
carnival.
well, I don't know about that, but apparently this
Again, he
guy
was being friendly, he was
ordered a
being
bunch
kind
of
to his
Dum Dums.
friends.
To make
So,
matters worse, she
you
says
pause this for 1
8
second.
of the 30 cases were
So the kid has fetal alcohol syndrome.
I don't want to get too much into this. I didn't realize this was a thing, but
So his mother. So his mother. Okay.
I
mean, you don't get that. You don't get that unless mom is drinking.
Yeah, okay. I didn't mean to go down. I didn't realize this was a thing. I didn't want to
that's-
go down this rabbit hole,
Yeah,
but
yeah, that's
it
terrible.
sounds like the mom.
It's a terrible thing, and maybe she should buy the kid $4,000
exactly. She probably
worth of
should buy the
lollipops.
kid all these lollipops.
Yeah, or maybe something better than that. But I hope she's his adopted mother.
I'm sorry I picked this story now.
That's
I thought it
awful.
was a lighthearted story about
Apparently
kid
not.
accidentally ordering a
Well,
bunch of.
look at how they just. This is like
said-
from Kentucky. They just kind of slipped that in there. Fetal alcohol syndrome. What?
All right. Okay.
Oh God.
All right,
Okay.
jeez. Okay. Let's shut this down.
We're sorry, folks. I mean.
And
And the stream. And the stream.
okay. All right. Well, I think we've all experienced.
Hang up the phone. She's on a fixed income.
I think we've all experienced our kids, with accidentally spending some money that you didn't expect, and
Yeah.
you see a receipt or something, and you're like,
That's awful.
So that
man.
kid ordered a bunch of Dum Dums. Sounds like he deserves them, and probably something else. Mother's Day weekend coming up.
Boom. Okay, Mother's Day weekend coming up. Yes, it's Mother's Day weekend. And our son, John, has a calculus final right in the middle of the day, if you can believe that. They put
That's true. Yeah, they have. So he's in Calc 2 right now, and Calc 1 they did the same thing. They had the final on a Sunday.
on Veterans Day.
I guess it's because there are so many students in the classes. They need a really large room that's usually filled up during the weekday. It
would seem like they could figure out how to not give these students, I won't call them kids, they're college students, adults, how to give them finals and midterms without having it on a holiday.
Especially Mother's Day.
Yeah, well,
John claims he's going to be here to cook brunch and also for dinner. So.
Yes. He and I have worked out very specific times because with John, if you don't have it in writing, you don't have it.
He'll gaslight you.
He'll gaslight the shit out of you.
Yeah.
That
He's
kid,
good too.
oh,
he's a master.
He's a master gaslighter. She can get around it. He just runs right over me, and I'm like, "Arr!"
Well, John and I are very similar. We,
Yeah.
You know, I can kind of anticipate where he's going, or you know.
But you don't gaslight like he does, you know.
No, that's not my style.
You don't do that
No,
to me.
no.
I mean, I might try to do that to you, and then you kick me in the figuratively. Anyway, Mother's Day, I'm gonna get out in the morning and get some sweet treats, bring them back.
I hope those are donuts because that's my favorite food.
Yes.
I love donuts. You know,
Sesame Donut here in Carmel Mountain Ranch is consistently voted one of the best donut stores in San Diego.
they've
County.
really upped their game lately too. There was a time period where they were kind of maybe sliding a little bit, but they've stepped it back
They've upped
up.
their game.
Yeah.
So I get some donuts. We're going to have my mom come up from La Mesa, make brunch. My mom's going to go away. Deva's going to do whatever she does in the afternoon.
Well, I pick a movie and we all watch it together. I make
not
you watch
John.
a movie with you. Not John. He'll be on his calculus final.
Yeah, so our other roommate will hang out with us, and we'll do that, and then we have to pick a place to have dinner.
All right. Well, that'll give us something to talk about this evening. Where will we eat for dinner on Mother's Day?
Yes, indeed. I mean, I'm glad we could bounce back from that lollipop story.
Oh, I'm sorry, folks. I didn't realize there was a dark twist to the story. I thought it was
They just slipped that in there.
Yeah.
Just like, by the way, I mean, geez. Okay. So, Mother's Day weekend. Watch our real estate update that we punched out earlier today.
It was kind of long, and we went on for a long period of time about things that maybe a few people might find interesting.
Well, I am interested to hear if people want to hear more about what we were talking about, because it's a dry subject, but it's also fascinating. It's a huge part of our recent economic history and a lot of the reason why we are where we are now. And so, not that any of us working together are going to be able to figure out what to do about it. And even if we did figure out what to do about it, we wouldn't be able to, make the necessary changes. But it is interesting. So watch us and tell us what you think.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. Shout out Light Iced Coffee. Who else are we going to give a shout out to? Ivan from CMR.
Ivan from CMR. If Charlie's watching. We had somebody else pop into the chat last week. I don't know who that was. We missed him.
Art. Shout out. Maybe
Mm.
you'll join us on YouTube.
Now, see,
Dawn.
Art, I was
Dawn and
talking to
Grace.
him. I went to the baseball game with him the other day, and he's like, I can't watch your thing anymore because you're not on Facebook. I said, we're on YouTube.
It's even better.
He said, yeah, I know. I said, well, you have YouTube on your phone, right? And he said, yeah, but I can't figure out how to watch it. I said, can you watch a video on YouTube? And he said, yes. And I said, that's all you got to do. You just tap on the little piece of glass and the thing comes up.
All right. Well, maybe next week Art will join us.
Maybe so.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.